$4,490 of employees' federal income tax due. So there's one form that we do for that. I think it's the 940 form. But thank goodness they don't have us do that. Okay. So anyway, the $2,913 of Social Security tax, you see it in the first column sitting there in account 102. And you see the Medicare tax in the next one. And then you see the employee's federal income tax payable in the next one. So these are all going to the IRS. Usually there's an apostrophe in there. I see they didn't put one. Okay. And then you're going to credit cash. So there's an account at this Alvarez Bank, and we deposit our payroll taxes into it, and the IRS comes along and pulls it out of there. Okay, so that's real common. But nowadays you can also send the taxes to the IRS electronically. And then on the second, we're paying $2,300 to Alvarez Bank to purchase U.S. savings bonds for employees. So remember, the IRS is the collecting agent for the federal government, and so they're going to pull that out too. So bond deductions payables in the right-hand column.
I have a question.
You said go fast.
Why did you stop that federal income? Why didn't you add state income?
Because we were just paying the IRS. The state's going to go to whatever state we're in.
Okay.
And it listed the ones, right, that we were paying. Right?
Okay.
And it even gave you the credit to cash, and that's good, because that way you can look at it and make sure that you got it right. You got them on there right. Okay. Are there any questions at Maricopa or Santan so far?
No.
Okay, so over on the next page, you've got your payroll entry. And we're just gonna do the first part of the month because the second part of the month repeats. So December 12th. I guess I don't need to type the December part since we've been in December all along. So it says journalizing entry to record the biweekly payroll. The summary of the payroll record follows. So we've got sales, salaries, expense. So it's like what we did a while ago, except they're giving us all the amounts. And the reason we don't put the word employees on Social Security tax, in our book anyway, is because they have the employer share and the employee share going. I have seen them put in separate accounts too. But I think it's easier in one. I have to look back to see what these accounts were called. So bond deductions payable. And then credit our net pay to salaries payable. And I always add them up. Add up the gross pay, subtract all the deductions to make sure that I picked up the numbers right. And even though it's really good that they gave us the net pay in here, because then I can compare and make sure that I typed them on here correctly. 15,418, so we're okay. Okay, and then on the next one, they have us issue a check to pay the payroll. So we debit salaries payable in credit cash. And then we do our payroll taxes expense, and they have those all figured for us. So notice, even though they gave us the Social Security tax payable, it's the same amount as on the payroll entry. The same thing for the Medicare tax. And then we total. Is everybody okay with it? Mayor Hope and Santan, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so notice then it repeats, okay? Because, we do the second half of the month, so it's the same entries with some different amounts. But let's drop down to the 31st, because we haven't done one like this, and I wish they wouldn't have it in, but they do. So,
Are we not doing the 15th?
no, we start repeating there.
Same
Okay. So, on the 31st, we paid $55,400 to the employee pension plan. The annual pension cost is $65,500. Record both the payment and unfunded pension liability. So anyway, so pension plans used to be very common, and large companies have them, like American Airlines. And nowadays, they're very scarce. CAC is a state agency, and so we're part of the Arizona State Retirement, which is really good. It has a pension plan. And I used to never think about it at all when I was young. I didn't think about a pension plan, okay? But now I think about it, because most all places now have a 401k. And with a 401k, you put money in it, and then the employer matches it. And hopefully it does really well and draws interest. But once you draw the money out of there, it's gone. You don't get anything after you exhaust it. Whereas with a defined benefit plan, like with the state, then you draw out what you put in and what the state put in for you, And once your account's empty, then it keeps paying. Okay? So that's something to look for when you're looking for a job, right? Because that really worries me, you know, especially. There's two things that really worry me when it comes to finances, and one is all these students have student loans. All gobs of students have student loans, and they're hard to pay back. And then also, when you get older, then we're gonna have all these retired people that don't have a pension plan. They're just, and once your 401k is gone, unless you have other money stuffed away somewhere, then all you're gonna have to live on is just your Social Security. Okay? And a lot of people say, well, they think Social Security is gonna go away. And it could, but if it does, then we're gonna have mass poverty. And I just can't see that. I just think it would cause the nation to collapse, I really do, if Social Security goes away. But anyway, that's really something to look at when you're going out after you get out of school and you're looking for a career. Okay. Benefits.
So would you better pay pension?
The pension, by far.
Wait, so, is this a problem on 25-1-2, like take away pensions and what?
I don't know.
We never went over the test, huh? We never went over the test.
I saw that, but I didn't think it would take it away. I guess it could.
But the one
Yeah.
that we
A
did.
cap on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that. I don't know. I don't wanna answer that, but, because I don't know. But yes, your pension plan, your defined benefit pension plan is much better than the 401k. Because once like I said, once your money out of your 401k is gone, then that's it. And a lot of people nowadays, they have both. They have 401k and they have pension plan. And that's these